Yo, what's up? You're flexing it with Frestylz right now. Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Flexing It with Frestylz. Today we're in a wonderful, wonderful place called Happy Valley, Adelaide, and I've got a very set of special guest with me, Chinky Eyes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
5 foot.
Sir. Yes, sir.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? Are you guys good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Nice to meet you first time.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. How should I call you guys?
You call me Chewy.
Chewy, Cheetah, right?
Yeah.
And then
Call me
Pablo. Okay. Right, so right at the start, right? How did you guys come up with your own alias name?
Yeah, I go. I love sunset, and I was watching a documentary about like Pablo Escobar
Okay.
idolizing feminists.
Wow.
But it's a spirit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Family.
And Nick?
It's my nickname back in high school.
Okay.
My surname's Chew.
All right.
People just call me Chew.
Chew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Says are you?
Yeah, or?
Yeah, Chew, mate. Okay, so you guys came back to Hong Kong 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, because I know you guys were in Australia, in good old Adelaide.
Yeah.
Now, I never picture Adelaide can come up with the sunny vibe that you guys have in your music. So how did living in Adelaide make you guys do the music style that you guys are doing?
Adelaide's very sunny and
True?
yeah, it's very sunny, beachy.
Okay.
And I spend half of my time in Australia and Sydney as well.
Or Sydney, Bondi, Manly, and all that, right? Yeah, but like, you know, I also can feel the style that you guys have. It's quite California, Miami.
Yeah.
How did that influence come into the music production side?
I think some personality actually.
Okay.
Enjoy the sunshine, enjoy nature, enjoy running around in the grassland. And they kind of shape who we are.
Okay.
The base of who we are. And that kind of, and then when we express who we are, that became our music.
Right. You guys went to Australia back in 2009, right?
Yeah.
Quite a while ago.
Fell in love with 2009.
Yeah, that's right, accent, right?
All right.
Because I know you guys sort of were classmates. Am I right?
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay. How did the music jam thing started?
He played the drums, I played the bass, and he also had a band name.
It was golf. It's called. Go on.
Pimente. It's like Spanish.
Also, how did listening and hearing rock became a hip hop then?
Like rock element is still in our vibe. Then the first day I know Nick, right? He's a radio rapper.
Oh, damn.
Feeling on like stuff. Really analyzing his lyric.
Okay.
And, like talking about all them layers, trying to understand something. It's just way too deep, man. It's saying that I can see the craft and what's saying.
Okay.
Worth like before he just start rap, to rap.
Yeah.
And
Because I hear the guitar riff at the end of How Many. Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, you
Love it.
How do you fucking take to it? I don't know how to.
yeah,
Oh, really? You got a perfect take.
Okay.
attitude's right.
Yeah. It's not about this. Well, it is, but it's not about tech. Because we're not great music players. I don't think we are. Like, I mean, this, but it's about the feeling,
Baby. Ever Levine, big shout out.
Growing up, what were your influences then?
Well, first, you mean like musically or musically? For me, it's actually I learned about bass, I learned everything from them, and the sparkiness, and the do.
Okay.
And I'm looking J, but I'm more into sing.
What about you?
It's Eminem, Matt Miller, J. Cole.
Okay.
The list goes on, like all the Linkin Park.
That's good. I mean, especially nowadays in the internet era, right? You get to hear things from all angles, right?
Yeah.
Back in my days, radio.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not that old, but
Radio?
CD player,
Yeah.
and then the internet, right? It's all about 93, 94, and then, I grew up listening to Park, Dre, NWA, LL Cool J, of course, all the greats. And again, it's interesting because we all sort of had that Australian touch in us, right? But we all know Australia ain't a fucking hip-hop wonderground. But,
right, yeah. Have you heard of Hilltop?
Oh, yeah, hit up.
I do into their show.
I haven't. Yes? Yeah. They were good. I remember back, 15, 20 years ago, right? Well, even later.
Yeah.
We've got the foods. Now we've got 1-4, which is all the boys. Wow, yeah. I see there, right? I tell you.
So Jackie actually introduced us to Hilltop food.
All right. No,
1-4 is Jerry. Shout out to Jerry.
And now we've got Kid Leroy, who's fucking doing it.
Right, yeah. He's from Australia.
Kid Leroy, yeah. Sydney.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah, he covered a song before, yeah?
Did you?
Like a parody. The ball song.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, right. So, you guys just came back from Thailand.
Yeah.
And what the heck were you guys doing there?
We're still straight, and then we a lot of show there.
You guys were doing shows and stuff as well?
We're always two extremes, like
the yin and yang, right? And you guys were in the car before that, right?
come on.
What was that? Because I saw you guys were saying. You know what I'm saying?
Cal is crazy. Big shout out to Tattlers, man.
Oh yeah, the Tattlers.
Before we started, right, we had our group name, which is called Chinky Eyes. Easing into that topic right now. Hey, motherfuckers. And we always have like the people around us. You can't use that name. Like when you guys pull up, brands don't want to work with you guys. It's like it's everyone sensitive nowadays. So like Taylor came and said, shit. And then we were like, "Are you guys crazy?" To put our name up with
that. Yeah, it's in the screen like next.
But obviously, we had a little chat. They understand why our name, why we name our name a certain way we name our name. It's crazy, It's just a good slap in the face for people that said no.
Yeah. No, but I think it's good because, nowadays where the way to stand out is to be something you believe in, right?
Yes, sir. And it's a symbol. It's not even about music. It's just like, it's not about us.
But do you see your music so far has sort of brought that element into showcasing what your band name is? Man, that's right. I have one just popped up.
Okay.
5-inch stick, but I fuck like
5'10", but I stand like 6. 5-inch stick, but I fuck like 6. You're
I love that one. Every time I perform, right, I just smile and laugh while singing. Like,
and then seeing people saying back the lyrics. Okay, it's crazy. They were like having a laugh. Or people like who are new to our music, when you heard the line, they're like,
5'10", but I stand like 6. 5-inch stick, but I fuck like 6.
About the confidence.
Yeah. He guys reminds me of Push Brian when he first started out. He just didn't give a fuck.
I've been following this stuff. It's a very great movie maker as well.
Yeah, like but you see, like, he's constantly evolving, and that's what we're trying to do as well. Because we're trying to evolve more and more.
Dude, I fucking love your vibe, mate.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Sometimes we meet people, they just don't get it, and it's kind of like we're just laughing at our own. But that's kind of happens.
I'm trying to be young when I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
You look nice.
Thanks. Mom, did you hear that? Man, feel that youngness.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's
the energy and
nothing. And I think that's what I love about hip hop, right? Yeah. People, and I remember you guys were doing say something with you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Shout out to always. Shout out.
Oh, geez, legend.
Yeah, the legends. And you guys talked about it's not about old school or new school. It's about enjoying the music that you listen to or that you make, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's very important because a lot of people come to me, well, Freeman, you're late 40s now. Why the fuck are you pumping with, Travis Scott and shit? But I'm like, hell, music is music. What are you enjoying?
That question.
Ignore, right? And hip hop evolves over time, right? You know, you can dish about mumble rap or you can talk about auto-tune, but hell, that's the evolution.
Yeah.
You know, and you look at the next 50 years of hip-hop, I think there's even more technology that's going to come into as a matter of fact, right?
Yeah.
So be more Chinky Eyes too.
Yeah. We were actually setting up a booth behind the scene to interview rappers and all that at the
Good job.
What's good?
Very good job.
Music award. So you guys got the 新人獎. Oh, sure. Yeah. How was that feeling like? I mean, you know.
Yeah.
How about
What's Good Music Awards 2022 Young Blood 新人獎得主係 Chinky Eyes Chinky Eyes Wearing suit 恭喜你
Shout out to all the that's involved in the concert. You know, still a lot of artists there. Thank you so much. And, you know, I just want to show love to you guys. I'm Bud Hart, Jenny, and you guys.
Yeah, Eddie
In the play. Got
the BS.
Ryan. Yeah. I can't thank the list because so long, but, you know, just like, you know.
Yeah, and the thing was, there was some... Meg was like, we can't say the word long, man.
Oh,
I won't go any longer.
I don't think you can. See, that's what I mean. Like, we love a good banter, you know.
Yeah.
And fun. Not everyone's like that, you know. They get offended if I get a kick out.
There's a lot of behind the scene going on that the guys were worried about whether they could pull it off or not.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did because that was like, shit, first time I ever met 香港 hip hop. 有個 award show 嗰度，they were like, where the fuck did you get that from? You know?
It's the beginning of the great shit about to happen.
It's crazy. Like, what? They pulled it off.
They pulled it off. They pulled it off.
And if it happened in February, it worked out for us because, like, we haven't released any music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we would have missed it.
Okay. So you guys mentioned that sort of kick-started your sort of exposure. So how has that been since? It's been a year and a bit now, and
Yeah.
you guys have done a few more shows, bit more exposure.
Yeah.
How's the reaction from fans and people around?
Lovely, man.
Yeah?
We had so much love from the people. Like, every time we just blessed and very blessed. We feel very blessed. And I just wish one day would have this power to give everything back.
Okay, when this happens, it's already crazy. And they're like, yo, we listen to your songs, like, you're on our playlist. And we want to redefine negative meaning attached to it. Now it's twisting. It's becoming a thing where it's becoming like, it's funny, it's joy, love,
Happiness, right?
us. You know, yeah. You know, it's, I don't know, it's what we want.
Okay. You guys ever see yourself going back and performing in Australia one day? Yeah?
I know it.
You will? Okay. Yeah, mate. I guess I'm bet you won't, mate.
Fucking A.
You guys jam a lot?
Yeah, in between the jams, you got a lot of noise playing the sense.
Shout out to Mr. Agnew. Yeah. Mr. Agnew. Like, we weren't good players. It's like, dude, she's fucking around with you. You let us use the band bullets. Okay. It's, yeah, wherever you are, man, Mr. Agnew, thank you so much.
What made you guys decide to come back to Hong Kong, though?
Me is family, okay, I say, but then I do want to travel the world, right? And it just felt like a good time to go back to see my parents after a decade in Hong Kong.
Right.
For me, well, I was working somewhere else, not in Hong Kong.
Okay.
So I touch your hand, it's a little... and, yeah, I was doing a startup together with partners and stuff. And
Right.
COVID happened.
Yeah.
The company got bankrupt. Nice. And then, so I came back and I was like, man, fuck this bullshit, you know? I might as well do something I love.
Good point.
Yeah, so I convinced him. He was an architect. I was like, that's insane. His mom's like, earning good salary. And I was like, bro, just quit, man. Just do it.
I always have a little corner on my PC, right? To like producer grind,
Okay.
like let's something like that.
Because underground, they're Hong Kong artists. But they have really good voice and they have really good projection of their vibe.
Yeah, they shouldn't be underground. That's what I'm saying. It's funny because they're underground here. Which I'm like,
What the fuck, right?
funny. It's funny how it works here.
Yeah, and that's another thing, right? Underground and not underground. To me, I mean, makes no difference. As long as your music hit your nerve, that's the music you vibe with, right? You know.
As long as it's good, but it doesn't work that way here, you know.
True. No, but I think, how do you guys see yourselves in Hong Kong as a artist in the next couple of years? Do you see getting to work with more people, or more about you guys doing your own set of projects?
I think, but these are things that we can't control.
Right.
Such a nice edge. Out of the pause, man. Yeah.
A long-term view of,
But it's true.
it is true.
It's true because at the end we can just be the best version of ourselves.
True.
Dude, I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh my God, there's another line.
Yeah.
ありがとうありがとうどういたしましてありがとうありがとう
I've got a feeling that, as a city, as an international city, we're about to be able to also do more collaborations with around the world again.
Yeah, we should.
We should.
And I think that's another area that I'd like to ask you guys a little bit about, right? With your music, what's your creative process? Do you guys come up with a idea topic, or you have the beats first, or a bit of both?
So, there's an F word in your show name, right? What's it called again?
Flexing.
The other one?
Frestylz.
There you go, like,
Oh, yeah.
It's one big part of how
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Nice.
I used to like freestyle the part.
with Jackie as well.
Yeah.
Freestyle session.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you naturally then make that as a topic of the song.
No, it's not like a.
It's not like a practice.
All right.
Practice, but then more like personal development and practicing how we express ourselves.
Okay.
So but then that's one part. Really, the other part is we still have to produce our stuff
Right.
before, because there are songs that not, but there are songs that are.
Mostly our.
Most.
There's only one song that we didn't produce.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, like Alex, for all the viewers that's out. And we have a lot in.
Nice. What about music video concept? I mean, because I saw you guys Kung Pao. That was funny.
Oh yeah.
But fucking, I love it.
I was talking nice.
Right. Yeah. What about that old dude in the end?
Oh, bro. Shout out to that.
He's in the video too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wanna?
Yes.
How did the concept come about? The video.
I feel like we try to make something a little bit more
Okay.
like hip hop or like basic drums.
Okay.
That's how the beat is very simple. So, like, oh yeah. but that vibe kind of inspired us to like go to like night markets, Hong Kong.
Oh yeah.
That kind of vibes. Colorful lights, like a lot of people like crowdy Asian vibe.
But in terms of the funny stuff, it's basically because our film crew is basically 4 or 5 of us.
Right.
Alvin, Jasper, and so we have like a super small crew, which is funny because like some people come to us and they're like, oh, you guys need something to production. Like, can we, like, I was saying, bro, can we hire your team? Our team, I was like,
Yeah, right.
Behind cameras.
Nice.
so big shout out to Alvin, Jasper, Jackie. Like, you guys have been fucking insane. All the music videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
We work together with them mostly. And the stills and the visuals, we always have insane visuals, like stuff, because like Elvin's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So basically, we just fuck around.
Okay.
We just like
That's what it takes sometimes, right?
have fun, fuck around. Of course, it involves a lot of planning. Not just fucking. Of course, it's like you don't make magic like that.
No.
Unless you're us. But
We're trying to like always have that smooth balance between like freestyling and like planning and designing.
Right. And how long does that process usually take? A couple of weeks to make it happen? Because I mean, nowadays, you see artists. I mean, fucking Drake, being who he is, he's still doing fucking 4 albums a year. Like, kidding, but close to it.
yeah,
I'm not saying that you guys are at that pace of speed, but you guys do turn around things fairly quickly.
we do.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Chinky Eyes wasn't formed when COVID happened, so we were just basically working on our craft, like
Do you see yourselves doing a lot more next year, or is you gonna keep the same pace as this year, but on a different, like, can't tell? Should I to say?
You know, it's sometimes it's not about us. Yeah, there's certain parts we can't control. There's certain parts do not.
Music is what you guys do, but it's all the other elements that plays together integratedly to make it happen, right? And what brands would you like love to work with those? Yeah, what kind of brand? Any?
Yeah, because like it's a creative process. How we can do, you know, we love doing ads,
Okay,
stuff that we can bring in our
elements.
elements, you know. So it's not really who we want to work with. Of course, like love everyone.
Okay,
You know,
I know you guys recently put in a new song called La Bam La. Is that your first Cantonese track, or was it second?
second. Shout out to that baddie. Check out that baddie. She's insane.
Yeah?
Like, she's very talented.
Up and coming, right?
Mad potential.
Do you see yourself doing more Cantonese stuff later, in the future?
I'm not saying no. We don't know.
I think that's important as well, right? Because you go with what you can do, what you feel closest to you first, and build that base, and then you can go and try out other elements.
Yeah, like Hab wants to do Thai song.
Really?
Oh,
Wow.
Thai song is one.
Thai man.
Japanese song is one.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cup hey pop.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, like, I said it to Club. Oh, yeah.
I say I heard the beat.
Which I am. Which I am.
It's an old song. Like,
Okay. And did you guys go to Bangkok or where? Sorry, I mean.
yeah, man.
Okay.
Patmaya.
Okay.
Yeah.
We feel like that's very close to what we want.
Okay.
You know, in terms of the atmosphere, the vibe, how friendly people are. It's,
Right.
you know, we met a lot of artists in Bangkok, man.
Okay.
And they are very talented. Yeah, they pick up a trumpet and start fucking doing the guitar ripping, drums, saxophone, and yet they're so down to earth and humble and
Okay.
and which is a breath of fucking fresh air because like we're in a very egocentric city.
Yeah. No.
Fucking me up a little bit because like very chill. We want to talk. We love having conversations. So
It shouldn't be like.
it's finding
Or not.
what resonate with us too. You know.
Okay. Like you said, you know, everyone seems to be fairly uptight in general.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everyone is. Yeah.
You know, it's how the city is too. You know, it's very compact. You know,
赚钱 driven. You have no energy to side hustle.
it's hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the thing, right? 2024, to me, it is a brand new year.
Oh, he's wrapping up.
Okay, maybe not. Which festival would you want to perform? Rolling Loud?
Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
Well, what's that called? I can never pronounce Lollapalooza.
Live Rosa?
Yeah.
Coachella, yeah.
It's funny because like some people we talk to, we say that they're like, "Why you're dreaming? Nah, you fucking crazy." I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna start
Somewhere, right? Yeah. You know, in Asia, right, there's the Filipinos, there's the Thai, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, and Southeast Asian, right? Do you guys want to do actually more of the Asian scene in the near future?
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, good, bro. Like Japan, Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, Korea. Like everyone, like every single one I mentioned just now. In case people fucking get offended again. Like every part of these kind of city, countries, whatever you want to call it, they have such unique culture. Right? Like Japanese, like Korean, Vietnamese, Thai, and you can hear it in their music too. I think that's fucking awesome. You know, you mix that with your own influences and
good. And then you have them to word of mouth your music, right? You know, sharing on Spotify or whatever platform that you guys are on there and so forth. And I think, and that's why sometimes I feel all of these top 50, top 10 chart doesn't mean shit anymore because everyone's got their own playlist, right?
Yeah.
Mine and yours, everyone's different.
Yeah.
And it could be multi-genre music.
Yeah.
Maybe mine's more leaning towards rap and hip hop, but I still listen to other stuff. Right? But in general, like people just listen to whatever that vibe music. Right?
Drake said that too on a award show. He got an award. He's like, this don't mean anything. The privilege is if you have fans that would go out their way to see your show or listen to your music, you're already ready. Yeah, why us? Why do you want to see us, talk to us, and which song or which performance or which fucking 6, 5, 8?
Well, I mean, that's like I said before, right? What's good? Last year was the first time I saw you guys.
Yeah. And it took you, what, 2 years to find us?
A year and a half. It's to it. Not because I've only started my show a few months. And I got Wesley. So Wes, shout out.
Baby, love you.
Yeah, his new song was vibing, man. I tell you.
Talented artist.
Yeah, his boys, man. I mean, R&B. There needs to be more R&B.
He's pushing for R&B as well, which is awesome. Because R&B used to be a massive genre. Right now, no one's fucking.
Yeah, there's only Usher and Usher and Usher. Unfortunately. Oh, breezy. No, I think you guys have. Well, for one, obviously, you guys are awesome. As well, sure, right? That's part of me as well. I just love that sunny vibe that you guys project in your music.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Miami. It reminds me of LA.
Yep.
Not so much Melbourne, unfortunately. But I think that's what this city needs. Shout out to all the other rappers that are doing the same thing. But I think at the same time, you guys got your Hawaiian shirts on every now and then.
Because they were cheap.
And it looked and you guys are out in Gamti doing your little the one-off gig here and there.
Yeah.
To me, and the thing is, Hong Kong isn't all about Zhonghua, Tsim Sha Tsui, right? But you guys are able to go to other places of Hong Kong that are showcasing what Hong Kong really is, and I really admire that.
Yeah.
To me, that's showcasing the world what Hong Kong is in a way that Westerners hopefully be able to see more.
Yeah.
And I really love that.
I really love your point, for real. Like, I'm being serious.
Okay.
We share a similar vision to this.
Yeah.
In Hong Kong.
Deeper. Yeah.
We did our listening party this year, right? This year for our, like, now, EP, whatever you want to call it. And we did it at, like, a Cheonam Golf.
Okay.
With the sun setting. Like the Aussie BBQ.
That's nice.
Yeah. I wasn't really expecting people to turn up, but a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
A lot of, I was like, we were thanking everyone. It's like, yo, thank you for, it's so hard to get to. There's no transport, public transport at all. No toilets. A lot of them came up to us. Thank you for doing this. Like, we felt very blessed.
Huh? I think that's what got my attention, and that's why I reached out to you guys.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to do something in Hong Kong as well, because the last two shows, one was in Taiwan, and then another one was with Doughboy in Shanghai, right?
Nice.
So, and then it has been a few months since Wesley's one down at his joint in Adelaide as well. So, it's time to come back on Happy Valley, happy place, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For your time.
Thank you.
Seriously, mate.
And you too.
Yeah.
And if you want a bit of ray of sunshine, listen to Chinky Eyes, our new album, Chilling in the East. It's gonna make you laugh, make you smile, make you happy, make you love.
Yeah. Please, y'all.
Chilling in the East, baby.
Cool. Cool.
Flexin with Frestylz.
Thank you, y'all. Thanks for your time, Chinky Eyes.
Thank you.
Catch them. Watch them.
Watch the show.
You know what I'm saying?
Pay for the goddamn show.
Please. Hey, where's I right? Hey. Where's I? Hey. Let's get some fucking food.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let's go.
So, boom.